What's up, guys? I don't know what I'm gonna call this video yet, but what it's gonna be about is if maybe you're new to buying a certain gun or new to gun buying, what to look for, how to figure out if a gun's good or not before you buy it, and maybe if you haven't had hands-on experience or, well, like most people, even myself, are sometimes forced to find information on a gun by going to forums. Gun forums are the worst at finding information. You got people that just they don't care their brand because their daddy told them, or their cousin, or their Uncle Jimbo, or the guy that it's a cop said this gun is the only gun brand to get. That's your people that get on the forums. They don't care if their gun jams every other round. They're gonna swear it runs perfect, and that's something you extremely gotta watch for. When you're going to forums, something that I look for, you can kind of tell in somebody's voice that they're just trying to throw out a helpful opinion. They got no stake in the matter. And a lot of times that's people that own both and will give you an honest opinion. That's something to look for if you do look for forums. But I try to stay away from forums as much as possible. Um, you kind of got to get to trust people by their experience, and your experience. Say you bought a gun, it was good, it ran flawless, they have the same gun. You kind of just got to get the feel for people. That's one reason why I started my YouTube videos. There were some people I trusted and some people I didn't. I wanted to put out true information. If I had a gun that was bad, say it was bad. I didn't make a YouTube video wanting to be popular or nothing. That's why I don't put myself into my videos. I just do focus on my guns because that's all that matters. Um, but the thing about me is a gun brand has to buy me, and not particularly the brand, the gun itself. Not all a brand can make one great gun and five crappy ones. Um, but these are just a couple of the brands on the table that have sold me on them. And see, I'm not owned to one brand. They could change companies, and Glock or Springfield could start putting out crappy product, and I will never buy them if that's the way it happens. Um, I don't stay brand as another fancy term, myopic or whatever, where this brand's God no matter what. And I try to urge people not to be that way. Like, I have a few friends like that, and I've showed them truths on guns here and there and other because their family works somewhere else. That's all they'll believe in. And, but anyway, this is something that I've kind of seen over years. If 80% of a gun review, because every gun's I don't care what manufacturer it is, they're all going to have lemons. Glock's going to make a bad one here or there. Springfield's going to make a bad one. Winchester, Remington. Someone's going to always get. I mean, machines break. Those machines run hard. I used to work right next to machines that broke down constantly, and I had to work with maintenance fixing them. And I was quality assurance and everything like that for years. And I did a lot of my own maintenance on the machines. And obviously, and they was top of the line machines, but since they run so hard, they break. And when they break, sometimes they don't do it straight out, and they start putting out bad product. That's why you have quality assurance to catch them down the line. But people on them lines get tired. They've been sitting there staring at triggers for 8 hours. They might start wandering off in their mind somewhere. And some bad ones get through. No matter how high the quality assurance is on something, it'd be an insane amount of money to pay quality assurance and stuff like that to check every single piece, and it would be extremely slow. So a lot of companies might check it, but they check it by batches or every hour. Well, they'll only pull one or two pieces out of that batch. That's why you got different guns with higher quality assurance. And those three pieces might be good, but the 500 before that may have been bad. I mean, that's pretty much with anything. There's different processes for every company and every type of material made. But you're always going to have a bad piece here and there. Um, so, if you're looking on gun reviews and everything like that, and see, a lot of times, you know you can't find a YouTube video. And even YouTube videos, there is a lot of people, and I've learned to trust quite a few, but there's people that I even watch that I think do this, but they got good knowledge in other fields, so I still watch their videos. Like, I ain't gonna call no one out, but because they still have other good stuff, and you know, they'll get a gun and they'll try to either knick-knack it to death and say, oh, it was because of this, because they just spent $1,000 on a gun, and they try to do good, but then again, you know, they end up giving it away because they know it was junk. But when there's about 75% of positive reviews on a gun, every time I've ever bought a gun that had about 75% positive reviews, I've always had good luck with it, or the company's been good about it. And but when you get but from my experience, when I went on a limb and took a chance and got a gun where there was like a 50-50, that gun sucks, this gun's great attitude, even this is something you could choose from the forums on. And don't just look at one forum if you can, go to a few, at least 3. And if there's a 50-50, you know, or 60-40, that gun's got a good chance it's going to screw up on you. I've had too many good gun brands do that to me, too many. But just because you look on one YouTube video and there's not many videos out, and a gun has a problem, doesn't say much. Really, when a gun comes out fresh, you need to wait about 7 months probably before you buy it, because people are always going to be excited. That gun needs to be tested and worn and confirmed before you buy it. This is just some tips that I've picked up for purchasing guns, and they've stirred me right. Most of the time buy good guns. I haven't, knock on wood, I haven't had really a limit in a while. I've had small problems. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope this helped.